Hey, Burn Fam. My name is Lauren, and I'm here with a 30-minute recovery class. So we're just going to get right into it. We're going to stretch out these muscles. We're going to focus on our breathing, and we're going to feel so good when we're finished with this. So let's all start, feet shoulder width apart. Nice big deep breath in. And exhale as you come up. Good. So these recovery classes are awesome on a rest day. They're awesome to supplement a workout. You can never do too much recovery. Very nice. We're going to take it out to a plank in 3, 2, 1. Walk it out to a plank. And just push back into a downward dog. As soon as you get here, walk out those feet. Stretch out those hamstrings, those calves. Push down into those shoulders. Your hands and your feet should be spread apart, engaged, gripping the floor. Good. Lower down. Press up to the ceiling. Maybe you twist side to side here. Maybe that back cracks a little bit, and we're just stretching out that core. Nice big deep breaths. Tuck it back. Meet me in a child's pose. Breathing in and out. Amazing. Walk those fingertips forward a little bit further. Now take your left hand, walk it over to your right, and walk both of those hands all the way over to the right side, leaning into that stretch and stretching out your left lat. Right here, right under your shoulders where you should be feeling it. There we go. Nice big deep breath in and out. And as you exhale during these stretches, during this recovery, you want to deepen those stretches back to the center with that child's pose. One more deep breath here. In and out, and walk over to the left side, walking those fingertips, right? Very carefully, intentionally, slowly. And now you're feeling that stretch in that right lat. Breathing in and breathing out with every exhale, pushing a little bit deeper. We don't want pain, right? That's not what we're going for here. We're going for recovery. We're going for something that's going to help us get stronger, not prohibit us from working harder or going further. Back to the center. Come back up into that high plank and push back into a downward dog. Good. Deep breaths again. Your fingers and toes spread apart, gripping the floor. Walking it out. Back to the high plank, lowering down once more and pushing up to the ceiling. Now your shoulders should stay down, right? We don't want our shoulders up by our ears. Push those shoulders down. Very nice. One more time, push back into that child's pose. Now this time, instead of reaching from side to side, we're going to take our left arm, thread it under our right, and stretch out that shoulder. That left shoulder should be getting a nice little stretch here. Good. And again, as you exhale, we go a little bit further. You let your breath help you. You let your breath guide you. Very slowly reach back to the center and switch sides. Right arm threads through the left. That's it. Awesome. There we go, right back to the center. And meet me in a tabletop position. Tabletop position. We're going to go into some bird dogs. So opposite hand, opposite foot, fully extending. And back down. Alternate sides for me here. Let's do this for a full 30 seconds. Really contracting that glute at the top. That foot stays flexed. And you're keeping that head up. Beautiful, 20 seconds left. Awesome, you got 10. We're gonna meet in that tabletop position. 3, 2, 1, tabletop position. Let's go to some cat-cow. All right, so we're gonna round our back, really driving up, pushing that belly button up through our spine, everything rounding at the top. Nice big inhale. Exhale as we arch the back. Your hips push to the ceiling, your head comes to the ceiling. We take a nice big deep breath. And we round that back again. Good, really sucking that belly button up through as if there's a string that's pulling your belly button up to the ceiling, and arch your back. There we go. Beautiful, one more. Round and arch. There we go, very nice. Very nice, meet me back in that tabletop position. Guys, we're gonna go to some T-spine openers. So for a T-spine opener, first we're gonna focus on the right side. The right arm, right hand is gonna come to the back of the head. Our elbow meets our other elbow and we open up. All right, so we are focusing on keeping that spine nice and neutral. We've rounded it, we've arched it, now it's neutral, the back is flat. And we're focusing on opening up that torso. There we go, just like that. Ooh, my back just cracked. Good, we focus so much on what our muscles can do, right? Sometimes we forget to give them a little bit of love, to nurture them. We're gonna switch sides in 3, 2, 1, switch sides. Left hand comes to the back. We meet our left elbow to our right. And we open up that spine. There we go, working on that rotation. Beautiful. So remember that back stays neutral. We try to not let it arch or round. We just stay solid and strong. Good, now we're gonna come to one leg. One leg, you're gonna put your left leg out in front. So we're kneeling, all right? Hands come to center. We open up so that those hips are opened up. Now, a lot of times with these rotational movements, we cross. We don't want to cross this time. We are opening up to that hip and meeting right back in the center. So you're engaging those same muscles that you were when we were in that tabletop T-spine, but now we supplement it with that open hip. Awesome. Beautiful, 15 seconds left here. Good, let those hips open up. Feel that stretch in that front leg. We're gonna switch sides in 3, 2, 1, switch sides. Right foot comes out in front, hands meet together in the center, open up to the other side. Some of our muscles get stretched quite a bit, right? We feel tight, maybe we roll out something. But something like our hips, when we're sliding, we really have to make sure that we're giving them love. Amazing. So guys, in just a moment, we're gonna come to stand. Get a couple more of these T-spine openers, and we're gonna stand up in 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and stand up for me very slowly. We take our feet shoulder width apart and we roll up vertebrae by vertebrae, never jarring the body, especially not in these recovery classes, right? This is what it's all about. One big shoulder roll backwards. You're gonna take your right hand, pull your head over to the right side, and your left arm comes straight out. There we go. So we're feeling the stretch in the side of the neck. Good, really leaning into that. Focusing on that breathing. It's funny how when you're stretching, your mind wanders, right? You start to think about good things. You start to think about bad things. Sometimes you get a cathartic release. And you can actually start getting emotional when you're stretching. Switch sides. If that's happening to you, or if that does happen to you at any point, I'm celebrating that. We're grateful for that. You must have needed that. And I want you to lean into that a little bit more. Good, really embracing this. Amazing. Let's take some neck rolls. We're going to roll all the way down to the left, all the way over, and switch sides. So those feet should be shoulder width apart all the time right now so that we can properly stabilize and get the most out of this recovery. Beautiful neck circles at your own pace, at your own speed, at your own direction. Awesome. Beautiful. Let's go shoulder rolls backwards. Softening those knees, letting the shoulders come up, shoulder rolls forward, focusing on that breath. If you've ever heard the term belly breather, it means you're breathing from your belly, right? You're filling up that diaphragm and you're projecting in that way. That's what we want to work on here. Make sure you're not breathing from your chest, right? Breathing from somewhere deeper, down into your belly. Guys, take that right arm, reach it across your body, and give me some wrist circles here. A lot of our classes, we're on our hands, right? We're doing different plank movements. Maybe we're doing mountain climbers. Maybe we're doing bear planks. The wrists get a lot of impact. So whenever you get a chance to roll out those wrists, do it. Good. Switch sides. Roll out the other wrist. Awesome. Good. Really leaning into that. Awesome. Yes. Beautiful, guys. Take your hands, clasp them behind your back. You're going to lean forward and let those hands fall toward me. They fall toward the camera, the phone, the laptop, whatever you're looking at. And we just let them go. As they push and pull a little bit more, we accept it. We gently let our hands come down. We spread our feet apart a little bit more so that they're hip distance. We grasp our elbows and we just swing. We let it hang. Really feeling that stretch in the hamstrings. Feeling it in the spine. In a world where there's so much sitting and jarring and so many things that are not great for our backs, it's nice to have a moment to just let that back relax, let it hang. Good. Reach over to your right foot. And you're just going to stretch it out here. Left hand comes inside your right foot and reach up to the ceiling. Beautiful. Again, like there's a string from your finger all the way up to the ceiling and it's just pulling you up. Gently bring your hand back down. Reach over to your left. Good. If you can't come down all the way down to your foot, that's fine, right? Come to the knee. Come to the middle of the shin. If you can come to your foot, come on down. If you're uber flexible and you can get your elbow down there, power to you. Right hand inside the left foot. Reach up. And breathe. Beautiful. We're slowly going to roll right back up. We're going to do this set all over again. Hands come down. Slowly roll. And roll those shoulders back once more. We're going to grab that neck, that head, reach over and stretch out the left side. Good. Awesome. Switch sides, stretch out the other. Beautiful. And roll those shoulders backwards. One thing that I feel like I miss is in team sports, shoulders come forward. When you played team sports, everyone got into a circle and you all did a stretch together. It doesn't happen anymore, but it happens here. In this room, we're all doing the stretch, arm circles forward. We're all doing the same motion. Arm circles backward. Beautiful, right arm crosses over. We stretch out that wrist, roll it out. So yes, I am barefoot, right? I don't have shoes on right now. Our feet are muscles. We gotta treat them right. Switch sides. Many times when we wear shoes that have a lot of padding or a lot of cushion, the muscles in our feet get lazy. And that's okay sometimes, right? I'm not saying don't wear those shoes. Please wear those shoes if you'd like to wear those shoes. But it's good to have some time barefoot. And if you can be barefoot outside, that's even better. Good. Take the right arm, reach behind your head and stretch out that tricep. Beautiful. And if you can, take that other arm, reach it behind your back, and hold those fingertips, stretching it out a little bit more. Just breathing. Gently release. We're going to switch sides. Left arm comes behind. Right arm grasping in the back. There we go. Good. Moves like this make our bodies feel so connected. Clasp those hands behind the back and lean forward once more, letting those hands fall toward your camera or your phone. That big inhale, that big exhale. Gently release and reach over to the right side. So the recovery is so important, but sometimes all we need is to focus on our breath. Sometimes we just need to take a second, take a nice big inhale. Left arm to the floor, right arm up to the ceiling. Again, feeling like you're being lifted through your fingertips. And switch sides, reach over to your left. Touching the floor, touching your foot, touching that shin or maybe that knee. Hand comes next to your foot and you reach up. So when you're barefoot like this, when you're in your socks, you can really feel if every edge of your foot is in contact with the floor. Release your hands back down. Slowly roll up, vertebrae by vertebrae, once more. And drop it into a low squat. So we come down nice and low. If this is too hard for you, that's fine, right? Just take it to an air squat. I'm down here in this low squat. I'm pushing my elbows into my knees, and I'm feeling that stretch right in my inner thigh. Good. Shifting side to side. Again, keeping these feet in contact with the floor. Breathing, elongating those muscles. Good. One hand comes down to the floor. I'm going to use my right hand. I'm going to reach up with my left and switch sides. Left hand comes down. Reach up with my right. And both hands come back down. We shake it out one more time. Awesome. So one of my favorite stretches, which I do pretty much in all of my classes, we're going to do it now. We're going to do it a little bit longer. We're going to stretch out that hamstring and that hip flexor. So we come down, Both knees on the ground. You're gonna step forward with your left foot. So left foot steps forward. And as we're in this nice solid stance with two 90-degree angles, we put our hips backward. We stretch out that front hamstring. And we give it the love that it needs. Really stretching it out there. And come forward. Stretch out that hip flexor. So you'll notice we're going to do this a few times, and each time you do it, you should be able to stretch a little bit deeper. That muscle should feel like it's loosened up just a little bit more. You may know this, you may not, but we actually hold the majority of our tension in our hips. There have been several instances of people that stretch out their hips and they have a physical reaction. They get, like I was talking about earlier, they get emotional. And it's because there's this weird connection with our emotions and our mind to our hips, to our hip flexors. So it's so important to keep those loose. Kick it back one more time for that hip flex, for that hamstring. Good, that large muscle that stabilizes us. And forward once more for that hip flexor. Now, I don't want you to go forward like this. This is not going to be as effective. Try to stay upright and just tuck your pelvis, and you can feel that stretch right there. Beautiful. So from here, we're going to go into a pigeon. Now, this pigeon stretch can be challenging some of the time. All right, but there's variations. There's different ways to do it. So we're actually going to start by just tucking that front toe and coming back into this position. If you can get here, and if this feels really easy for you, sit down onto that hip and start to move that foot outward. The idea here is to stretch out this glute med on the side. Again, with these lateral movements, this is like key. This is so important. Sitting into this glute med, sitting into this pigeon stretch. Really focusing on your breathing here. Maybe you can come up all the way. Maybe you can get your leg into a 90-degree angle. I can't. If you can, go for it. Don't limit yourself just because I can't get there. Nice stretch. Good, we are breathing. We are calm, we are controlled. Let's switch to the other side. Right foot comes forward. Same exact stretch, right? We hinge back, we grab that toe, and we let that hamstring stretch out. Good. If you played sports growing up, then you probably have some sort of imbalance, right? Because a lot of these sports generally favor one side. We're left-handed or we're right-handed, or we jump off of our left foot or our right foot. Plant that foot. Tuck the hips, stretch out that hip flexor. So making sure that you're giving each side an even amount of work, an even amount of care and love and stretch, that's what's going to be key to building up a nice, stable, balanced, strong body. There we go. Good. Once more. Stretch out that hip flexor. That hamstring. And one more time for the hip flexor. Really tucking. Burn fam, this is a whole different kind of burn, right? Our heart rate is not up. Our heart rate is nice and low. We're relaxed, but we're consciously breathing through our muscles, breathing oxygen into them, and leaning in to the stretch that we're giving them. Good, let's try that pigeon on that right side. So again, we start by just coming with that right knee forward, sit down on that hip, and open up that knee. So I'm right here. I'm feeling it right here. All right, right in this hip, right in this glute med. It's not easy. I told you it's not an easy stretch. It's not all supposed to be easy, right? If it was easy, everyone would be doing it, and everyone would be in great shape, and everyone would be talking about how easy it is, right? It's not. It's not easy. And it's okay to have hard days. It's okay to have rest days, and we encourage rest days. That's what this is for. Rest is recovery. Awesome, guys. Come on back. We are going to move into a plank series. So we're in this high plank. All right, we're going to hold it here for just a moment, and we're going to go into a loaded beast position to finish this recovery class. So we're nice and strong. We push back, and we come back to the top. We push back, and back to the top. Good. All the way down, all the way up. We can feel it in that core. Those hands are gripping the floor, right? Those toes are gripping the floor. Now walk those hands into a beast position, bear position, and we're gonna open up, kick through, and pull that shoulder blade back, right? Back to that bear plank. We kick through to the other side and open up. Think about what you're doing. We kick through first, and then that hand naturally comes up off the floor and right back down. One more time on this side, open up, and right back down. Let's go back to that loaded beast, high plank, come back, and back to the center. Come back, and back to the center. Inhale, exhale, one more, inhale, exhale, drop the knees, and come back into a child's pose. Again, walking those fingertips forward, feeling it in those lats. One more time, we're gonna take that left arm, thread it through our right, and stretch out that left shoulder. So with these recovery classes, you can do them before you take a slide class or one of our boot camp classes. You can do them after, or maybe you do them on a rest day. Other side, switch sides. Maybe you do them on a day where you're just not feeling 100%. You're like 85%, and you feel like you need an off day. This is a great way to keep those muscles engaged. You're strengthening them without even thinking about it. Right back to the center. Come back to a high plank and push into a downward dog. High plank, lower down, all the way up to the ceiling. Remember, those shoulders stay down. Those glutes are contracted. Push back into a child's pose one more time. Nice big deep breaths. Guys, we're nearing the end of our recovery class. So it's in these moments right at the end where you set an intention for yourself, whatever that means, whatever that is to you, wherever you are in your day, you take the time to set the intention now. Once more, reach through, thread the arm. Nice big inhale. Exhale, back to center. Switch sides, right arm threads through. Inhale. Exhale, back to center. And slowly roll up. Meet me, hands at heart center, right here. Burn fam, you were incredible. All right, keep this up. Keep taking these recovery classes. Keep taking our slide classes. And please, please continue to give yourself love and to honor your body for what it can do. Guys, my name is Lauren. This was a 30-minute recovery class. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you very soon.